Welcome to the Swing Clinic. I'm PJ Golf professional Jimmy Hanlin.
And I'm Fox Sports' Holly Sonders, and today we're in Scottsdale, Arizona at the Venetian Resort and Spa.
I'm happy to have you on the Swing Clinic.
Thank you, finally. At least you picked a good spot.
It's perfect out here. And we're going to fix your golf swing. We're going to work on the slice if you're a slicer of the golf ball. Also, chipping-wise, going to help you hit it a little more solid. And if you hit behind the golf ball, I have a great drill for you.
We also have a special guest coming aboard today, the Director of Instruction here at the Venetian, Michael Lamana. So let's get to it. Help us on the way, Jimmy. Let's do it. What a beautiful practice facility we have here at Venetian in Scottsdale, Arizona today, Jimmy. But I want to hear what you got in store. How are you going to fix my game?
Well, let's start with the short game right out of the gate, okay, Holly? And I know as much golf as you've played, and you've played in your celebrity events and all the things that you've done. If you're going to chip that golf ball about halfway down this range right here, how about all the, let's say, 12 to 40 handicappers you play with? What's the first thing you see?
It makes them all nervous.
Yeah.
I can see them standing over the ball. All they want to do is just help it out there to that correct distance. But as you've told me previously during some of our rounds together, it's the exact opposite. You have to commit to it.
Yep, you have to commit to it, and you want to make good, solid contact with the golf ball. And it's hard to do because, again, you want to see this fairway's tight. The Venetian is in perfect condition, range, golf course, everywhere. It's so tight, you just want to see the ball in the air. When you're a 25 handicapper, I get it. You're on it, and you just want to take that swing and hope that that ball goes up in the air. But you're doing it the wrong way. I'm going to show you how. Go ahead and sit up to it, Holly.
Okay.
First thing that we typically see when someone's a scooper is the takeaway is bad. So what happens in the takeaway is you'll take it away really low like this, because again, low means you can probably stay down there and help the golf ball up in the air. That's a really bad thing when you're trying to hit down through the golf ball and make that contact. So I'm going to give you guys a drill to help you take it away a little better, but also make better contact. What I want Holly to do right away is I want her to take her back foot and drop it back about, maybe about a foot, and stay up on her toe, just like she is. This is going to promote Holly, number one, to help the golf club go up in a little steeper position like this. And it's also going to keep her weight forward, which is really important. The second thing, take some practice swings. Just feel it. Yep. See how it's moving downwards a little bit more? Yep.
Taking a nice little brush of the grass.
Yep, exactly.
Feels good.
So second thing I want Holly to do is go ahead and set up to it.
Okay.
Is I want her to make sure as she sets up, and you can tell her weight's already way forward. Go ahead and put that foot back like you were.
Okay.
There you go. I want her head to be in front of the golf ball. Now, again, this is great for a drill because it gives you this position. So her head's in front of the golf ball. So the foot's back, head's in front. This is also going to promote keeping her center in front and hitting down through the ball. So go ahead and give it a feel. Feel that. Okay. Good. See how nice and solid that was?
That is so crisp.
No scooping at all.
Really crisp.
Do it one more time. Again, two keys to this drill. Foot back, so your weight's staying forward. She's keeping her head in front of the golf ball, and if you watch through the strike, it stays up there the whole time.
You can keep it there, Jimmy, if you want to. While I swing.
All right, no, I don't trust you. But a lot of people, what they do is they'll fall backwards trying to scoop it. Good, exactly right. Most people, what we'll see is they'll do this. They'll fall back. Even though they start up here, Holly, they'll go this direction because, again, trying to help the golf ball up in the air.
You already helped me enough, but I also slice the ball. If any of you guys at home also slice the ball, you want to stay tuned. This is something you've never heard before. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to Swing Clinic here in Scottsdale, Arizona. An absolutely beautiful day at the Venetian Resort and Spa. Jimmy already helped us out around the greens, and now you're going to help me out with one of my biggest problems. Going to shave a lot of strokes off. The slice.
The slices. Well, I think it's almost everybody's big problem that struggles. High handicappers. No, you're not a high handicapper. You're a good player.
Even still.
But I think there's two things that can cause a slice, Holly. Number one is that how the club works around you. And number two is that, at the bottom, I think a lot of people, they panic and they just try to square that club face up and they don't know when and how to do it. So we're going to work on both of those right now. First things first, Holly. What I normally see out of somebody that is a slicer, first thing right out of the gate is when they go ahead and take the club away, they don't really work the club around them. They pick the club up in the air. They think they're making a turn because, as you can see, Holly's shoulder has moved here. So because her shoulder's moved, she probably feels like that she's got behind the golf ball in this position because she's moved her weight over and she's lifted her arms. But she didn't. That's exactly right.
There's so much more.
Yep. So what I want her to do is I want to feel the club work more around her. So I'm going to allow her to pick the club straight up in the air, and I want you to feel it more like a baseball bat. I want you to feel like it stays below your right shoulder here. Take some practice swings and feel that club working more around you. Go ahead and do that for me. Good. Take a full swing. Go ahead and swing it. Around and around through. Good. One more time. So what you'll see what Holly's doing right now is it allows her to get the club behind her a little more, and her path, even though the club's up in the air, is coming from the inside. Which is what we want to eventually get to.
When you're doing it this way, I'll interrupt you for a second, you're not using your core at all. You're losing so much distance when you're doing it like this.
100%.
You're not tapping into everything that you've got.
That's exactly right, exactly right. And if you're strong and you do get a little speed at the bottom, it's going to be spinning, it's going to be flipping and that kind of thing. So that's the first thing I want Holly to do. So feel the club work a little more around you. Go ahead and hit one for me.
Okay, then.
So it's the same move, but all you do is you just allow the club to feel like it's a little more level. Second thing I want is slicers really struggle to square the golf club up, right, at the bottom. They're at the bottom and they're like, oh no, it's wide open. You could tell, like you were saying earlier, they're smarter than they think.
Everybody's smarter than we think we are.
Yeah.
Your mind knows, and then your hands try to do the rest, and it spells disaster.
That's exactly right. So go ahead and set up to this.
Okay.
So what I want Holly to do now is take to the top, and as she starts down, as she's bringing a golf club down to the golf ball, go ahead and start down. I don't want her to try to square the club up right here at the ball. I want her to start to think about it right here. Let that club start to close and square up, 2 or 3 feet behind the golf ball. Because now our hands don't have to be as fast. We can go ahead and just allow our body to rotate and close up. So do that once for me. Now again, a lot of you may actually hook this one first because it's a timing thing for you here.
Yeah,
you're going to feel it square a little earlier, yep.
Nothing is ever fixed overnight. What do they say, 10,000 swings, that's when it's fixed?
That's a lot of swings.
I'll get them in this afternoon.
So again, she started squaring it up a little bit earlier, which is really important. Last thing we're going to work on really quick here is we are going to have Holly work her lower body the way that we need it to do it to not be a slicer. Now, again, this is all about path, okay? This is all about getting the club coming a little more from the inside. So go ahead and set up, Holly. Believe it or not, when Holly takes the club back, stop at the top, we need her to move her hips about 4 to 6 inches forward in her downswing. So let's go ahead and start down and move your hips towards me even a little bit more. Good, good. What that'll do is that'll allow her a little bit of room here to be able to swing the golf club from the inside. As you can see, everything that we've done so far has all been about getting that golf club from the inside a little bit more. So even if I put this stick right here, go ahead and take it to the top, the downswing, I want her to actually hit this stick with her hips. There you go, and it allows her arms to drop and have some room, which is really important.
I'm definitely not doing that.
You don't do that, right?
Yep, I do not. That's the one that I feel.
A lot of people spin and they throw it out there like that, so feel that a little bit.
One of these 3 drills is going to work for everybody who slices.
No doubt about it. So feel the hips move a little forward in your downswing. Good. That was your best one.
There we go.
So we know that Holly needs to move her hips a little more forward because the other two were
We're going to jam another tip in here, so we're back after this. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to Swing Clinic here in beautiful Scottsdale, Arizona. I'm now joined by our special guest, Michael Lamanna, the Director of Instruction here at the beautiful Phoenician Resort and also the 2016 PGA Southwest Region Teacher of the Year.
Thank you very much. That was awesome. That's fantastic. Keep it coming.
Yeah, keep it coming. He's one of the best, and he has some tips for us today. Now, Michael, I know that you're going to touch on the slice. Jimmy and I talked about that a little bit earlier, but you have another way to help everybody fix that.
Yeah, fix it and understand it. Part of the problem that the golfer faces is there's an optical illusion as to where the target truly is. So, as you can see on our clock here,
we have a clock on the ground, an unbelievable little tool here. What do you do with it?
Well, it's just a visual tool to help people understand some of the terminology and understand, how to line up to a target. So the target, we call the target line, that's an imaginary line where the ball rests. That would be on our clock from 6 to 12. And as you can see in the distance there, I also put a shaft with a golf ball on it, and it's right on line with the orange flag out on the range. So when a golfer lines up, generally they stand behind the target line, sort of by 6 o'clock there, maybe a little further back, and they get themselves aligned, and then they walk into the side. Being a right-handed golfer, you're going to walk over to the left side here. And when you set up, go ahead and set up to that ball, and then I want you to look at the golf ball on the shaft and tell me how far to the right of the orange flag it appears.
I feel like I'm between the orange and the yellow flag.
Yeah.
I'm like 20 yards, 15 yards right of it.
Yeah, but the actual target line is where the shaft and the golf ball are.
Okay.
So it's an optical illusion. We call it parallel left. You're standing on a parallel line that is to the left of the target line as a right-handed person. And this is why it's important to be thinking about swinging from in to out. So on our clock, where the big numbers would be on the clock is what we call on the inside for a right-handed golfer. And all the little numbers is on the outside of the target line. So the idea is I'm not really trying to swing directly towards the 12 o'clock. I need to feel like I'm swinging a little bit from, say, 6:30 out to about 12:30 to actually get the ball started down the line. So this is why the greatest golfer of all time, Jack Nicklaus, always used an intermediate target. The intermediate target would be something close, within about 10 feet.
Like an object, like maybe a little divot
or something. A leaf or a divot or just a little discoloration
maybe
in
right
the
out
grass.
here.
You got it. So you line up to that spot and align your body parallel. This optical illusion is reduced as the distance is reduced to the target. So if we make the intermediate target our focus, we generally get a better sense of where the swing path truly should be.
Okay, because many people, Michael, if you align your body to that flag, you're already lined up for failure. You're already 15 yards right of the pen.
Exactly. The body lines up parallel left.
Is this why so many people, not to cut you off there, they sometimes you see them at the range, they put golf clubs down, parallel golf clubs down.
That's why tour players carry tour sticks, those alignment rods in their bag.
So that's what this is,
because the setup writes the script for the whole swing, and if your setup's flawed, you're not gonna have a good shot.
And Jimmy and I talked about this earlier. Everybody is smarter than they think they are. Your mind knows.
Oh yeah.
And it's going to correct it.
Yeah. So
try to get it going when it needs to.
And my point is, I think most people slice because they're looking at that orange flag, yet when you step up to the ball, it looks like it's left of that shaft in the ground, and it's not.
Okay.
So it's that optical illusion we have to work around. Use an intermediate target. It makes the problem much easier to solve.
All right, so once I am set up, what tips do you have from there?
Well, you can see the clock here. The people who are looking at the flag and thinking they got to swing over to the left there, they're going to swing on a path that goes from 5 to 11, cutting across the target line.
Yep.
And that's exactly the anatomy of a slice. That's the slice path.
5 to 11.
From 5 to 11.
That's what it looks like.
So
5
to
to
counteract that, if you struggle with a slice, your best bet is to think of swinging a little over the 7 towards 1 as you're coming through. Don't think you have to swing directly over those on the backswing. This is more about the downswing and how you have to direct the club head in its path to the ball.
So green to green.
Green to green.
Red is no, green
Red is bad,
go.
green is good.
All right, so let's hit 1. Absolutely perfect.
That's awesome.
Michael, you fixed me. Would you be cool with everybody coming out here on their own setup and just spray painting everything?
No, we're not cool with spray paint, but that was pretty cool. Great shot.
Hey, this is what we do. We have the best on here. Michael Lamana, thank you so much for the time.
Thank you.
We have more coming up after this. Stay with us here on Swing Clinic. Big thanks to Michael Lamana, the Director of Instruction here at the Phoenician Resort in Scottsdale, Arizona, for his insight today. Very helpful as we roll on with tips here. Jimmy, what else you got?
Well, we talked a little bit about chipping and how people try to help the golf ball off the ground. So again, I think I go to this at the Phoenician because it's so perfect, it's so green, the fairways are so tight. So when I play these with players at this golf course, higher handicappers, or even guys that are 10, 11, 12 handicappers, I see them do everything they can do to get the golf ball up in the air.
Absolutely.
Same thing we talked about with chipping earlier in the show. So go ahead and set up to it.
Because you want to see it. You want to see that's a beautiful golf shot.
You want to see it
doesn't always work better, but it looks good, you know?
We're changing things right now, my Holly. So number one, what I normally see is people set up with a weight a little bit on their right foot back here, got their head back and their shoulders tilted. With an 8-iron, that's not good. I actually would prefer to see you about 60, 40, 60% of your weight starting on your left side. Because when we're striking an iron, because we want to strike down through the golf ball in front of the ball, I actually would like to see her, as she takes the golf club back, keep her head steady. Oh, there you go. In this position, so she stays over top of the golf ball more. Where a lot of players, what we'll see is because they're trying to get it up in the air, go ahead and take it back, Holly. Yeah,
I'm guilty of this.
Yeah, move back behind it.
I'm guilty of it.
Because again, we're trying to help the golf ball up in the air, right? So what I want to do, Holly, is I'm going to give you a couple drills that always gets your weight moving towards the target. When you're hitting irons, you always want to be, well, when you're hitting everything, to be honest, but more irons than anything, we always want to be moving towards the target and not away from it. Okay. So we're gonna give you some feel to do that. So first one is, and I'm sure with your time at the Golf Channel, you've done some stuff with Gary Player, right?
I have.
Wonderful man, wonderful person.
High energy.
Yep, walks through the golf shot right into the Hall of Fame.
Yes.
So what I wanna see you do right here is I wanna see you hit shots, and you've probably done this drill a million times, and I wanna see your right foot walk right through. So again, look at my body. It's moving towards the target every time I hit a shot. Have you ever done this drill before?
I've not done this drill before.
Oh, something Holly
But I'm going to
Sonders
tell
has
everybody at
never
home,
done.
don't worry about the result. Doesn't matter where it goes right now. This is purely to get the feel of
You
it.
literally took that out of my mouth. Right?
Don't worry about where the ball goes.
Perfect. Let me see you walk through it. Oh, maybe you should play like
Wow.
that.
See
We
ya.
got a new golf
Bye.
swing. If you're how good that sounded right there.
That's
So
great.
again, if you watch Holly and we watched your golf swing, everything was moving forward, nothing was moving backwards from that
That was
standpoint.
awesome.
Really important.
felt great.
Really important. I mean, look where it was in front of the
It
golf
felt
ball.
great.
It's
Moving
really good.
left like it should be, it was good.
Perfect. So I'm gonna give you one a little harder, but same type of thing, same result. So now what I want you to do is, I want you to actually step back when you take your backswing and step into this one, just like you'd be hitting a baseball. But again, the important thing is, go ahead and do that. as a
Feet together
practice.
to begin?
No, you can keep them a little right
Okay.
there. Good, good. So what I want you to do is take it back, good, and I want you to step. And you don't even have to move your back foot. You can, but you can keep your back foot the same and bring your right, there you go, good. Step into it. And very important here, Holly's already told you this, don't worry about the
Don't worry
result.
where it goes.
It's all about teaching your body to move towards the target
Yep.
when you're hitting iron shots. So let's see it.
Okay.
Oh, another solid one, huh?
Also
And look
good
how
for
she's
your
finishing.
timing.
That's really good. Look, she's ahead
I'm all
up in front
forward.
of the golf ball and all forward.
I'm just going to hit one and just walk off.
Just walk into the sunset.
That's the
huh?
best shot that I've hit of the day. But we can still keep fixing things, right?
Yeah, absolutely we
We're
can.
moving right through this, doing so well. One more segment to go here on Swing Clinic. Stay with us.
You know, a lot of people, they give golf lessons or you get people that help you with your golf game and you talk about being in the sand and everybody talks about cutting across the golf ball. And it's kind of right. I mean, it's not an incorrect thing, but it's a lot easier to do if you're set up correctly. Actually, set up to it normally real quick. I'll tell you what you're talking about.
It's a normal golf shot?
Normal golf
Okay.
shot. Normal golf shot. So normally what people will do is they'll set up, you know, somewhat square to the golf ball. You know, they'll open their face up because that's what I want to do. And they'll just pick their arms up and they'll try to cut across the golf ball and hit the sand. And you know what? Let me tell you, it will work sometimes. It's not
Sometimes,
going to ever,
sometimes,
right?
sometimes.
It will work. But from a consistency standpoint, that's not what we want to do. We want to set our body up in a way where we can just do the same thing every single time, but get the results that we want to get. So I'm going to work with Holly right now, and I'm going to show you guys how we can set her up in the right direction to make it a lot easier on her to make that happen. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take one of our alignment sticks. We're going to point it right at the flag. That's pretty close to where we want. This reference right here is about her club face. So we always want her club face going somewhat in this direction. So no matter what I do with Holly's moving her body around in this tip, I always want your club face going at the target here. Got that?
Got it.
So now I want Holly to start out. We're going to hit a longer, lower bunker shot. So I just want her to open her stance up and her stance and her shoulders just a little bit, not too much, as you can see. So now if you look at those two rods, this is a little bit to the left. Her shoulders are following that, but this is still at the club face. So when she hits this bunker shot, it's going to come out lower and it's going to go longer. So go ahead, Holly. Good.
Yep.
Good
Just like you
strike
said,
there, yeah.
a little bit longer.
A little longer and a little lower. So that's a big key for us right there is that's an easy, solid bunker shot. She didn't do anything crazy. She didn't lift her arm straight up in the air or anything like that. You just swung at it.
No,
right?
it's more setup than anything.
More set up than anything. So now what I want Holly to do is we're going to back this up a little bit. I want it to come out a little softer.
Okay,
and
club
not
face
quite as
still
far.
aimed at the same spot.
Exactly right. I'm going to move this a little bit. So she's still aiming at club face, but now if you look, her shoulders and her feet are a lot more open.
Yep.
But all we're going to do is take the same golf swing right now. No different. I don't want you to do anything crazy. Good. A little softer. Didn't come out as hard. It's exactly what we want to happen. So now we're going to get a little crazy. We're going to try to hit a really high one, okay? And what you'll see, I got poor Holly, I'm putting her on a downhill lie here too.
It's okay.
That's nice of me, right?
It's all right.
So what you'll see here, I'm going to move this a little bit. Now is that when I really open up her stance, okay?
I don't know.
When it come out really high and really soft, we have to move the ball position up too, though. And the only reason
Right.
we do that, when
Up
you
on left
open
foot.
up,
Yep.
the ball will move up towards that front foot. Now, again, all I want her to focus on here is swinging on her shoulder line. Club face is still going to go this direction. A little crazy, right?
Ooh.
But swinging on her shoulder line. So do the same thing. Here, feel yourself swing across those shoulders. Look at that. Really good.
Look at that's Phil Mickelson-esque.
Nice and soft out of the bunker.
Look how quickly that stopped.
So it's
on a
perfect.
downhill, and this is even a 60.
Yeah, see?
This is a 56.
So again, we didn't make her do anything. You didn't do anything crazy with your golf swing, right?
I didn't
You
change it at all.
Nothing, right? You just made a swing.
Position, that's it.
So all we did was make her position the ball, her shoulders, and her body in a way that she could just be comfortable, not think. How bad is thinking in the golf game,
Oh,
right?
killer.
Yeah, so not think about it. Just square yourself up or open yourself up the harder and the longer you want to hit it. So again, let's go over this. If you want to hit a low, long bunker shot, open your stance just a little bit. Keep the ball position somewhat in the center or just a little ahead of center. When Holly hit that nice little soft Phil Mickelson, we opened way up. The ball position was up front, but she made the exact same swing.
And it felt weird, but you do it over and over and you practice it and you have that in your bag. Your
Awesome,
playing
right?
partners are going to be so impressed and you're going to shave so many strokes,
Well,
too.
you hit a bad shot in the bunker, you're so mad, and all of a sudden you get up and down, you're like, par.
Right,
Easy
you're not
peasy.
worried about it. You're not stressed when you get in the bunker. Like, my parents are always stressed. I'm like, this should
Yeah.
not be stressful. Or they have one shot where they can only hit it 15 feet,
Yep.
15 yards. That's all they know how to do. No, you can just change the way you're set up. Practice a little bit, what
Mom,
you just
watch
said.
the show. Holly's mom, watch the show. You're going to be a great bunker player.
They do. They watch every show.
All right,
They're from
good.
Ohio, so
All
they
right,
watch
perfect.
every single show.
Perfect, perfect. All right, how about the Phoenician before we get out of here? I mean, renovations the
Unbelievable.
last 3 years. I mean, the
All
hotel.
the amenities, the fitness, the spa, everything.
Michael, the director of instruction, I think he was more excited about, he was telling us about the fitness center than he was about the redoing the golf course.
He was, yeah, Michael Lamane, absolutely. It really is Arizona golf at its finest.
Yeah, it's really fun. It was a
Desert
good
golf.
time. Well, thank you.
Hey,
so
thank
much
you today.
for this
I
clinic.
really, I don't like to give you credit, but
I know.
you really do know what you're doing.
Thanks. I appreciate it.
Thank
And
you so much.
thank all of you for watching us on the Swing Clinic.